And it was a party in Iowa City this weekend as the University of Iowa honored number 22. On Sunday, the school officially retired Caitlin Clark's jersey in front of a packed crowd at Carver-Hawkeye Arena, making her just the third Hawkeye to have their number retired, following Megan Gustafson in 2020 and Michelle Edwards in 1990. And News 8 Sports' Jenna Minor was in Iowa City for all the action. Hey, Jenna.
Hi, Shelby.
Okay, I have to ask, what was it like when they announced Caitlin's name and she walked out in front of this packed crowd?
It was amazing. It was so loud in there. It was packed. It was rocking. You could hear it like in all the video, but it was really cool how they announced her because they had her sit on the bench and the whole team was there. You know, they had the fire going, all the fans, they had their lights shining down, so it was really cool. It was like them announcing the lineup. So they announced her name, she walks out, fans go crazy, and she even said in her press conference too that like being there always gives her butterflies. And it was different this time because, you know, she wasn't playing basketball. It was a bigger moment, and I think she was just really trying to soak it in. It was really, really cool.
It was cool to watch, so
Oh, yeah.
I can't even imagine being there.
Oh, yeah, it was so loud.
It was obviously a packed house. What did you hear from fans that were out there?
It was really cool talking to the fans because I think the big thing for them is that, you know, they're lifelong Hawkeye fans and they've always followed them. And so they saw Caitlin when she was a freshman there, followed her and watched her grow throughout the 4 years. So you really felt this sense of pride from the Hawkeye community, just seeing this, you know, for her, and, you know, she's a special person and inspires them. And just having a big moment like this was clearly a big deal for them. So yeah, I would describe it as very pride, a lot of pride for the Hawkeye fans.
No kidding. Well, they showed up for it. And a lot of other people showed up, including some of her old coaches,
Yeah.
her old teammates that came back for it. It was
David
cool.
Letterman was there.
Oh my gosh. Well, you followed Caitlin all over the country, covering her. You know, she's now in her second year in the WNBA. Did you feel the weight of this moment, or was it kind of just another accolade in a very long list?
I think this moment felt a little different. I think we could all feel it, like all the media there. I think Caitlin could feel it too. You could tell, again, in her press conference that she was really trying to soak in the moment and like sort of let herself be emotional. And you can really see that emotion during the ceremony because they had a video they played of all the fans who said they were really inspired by her. And it was a really touching video, and you could tell that Caitlin is very touching for her. And then the Iowa players there, because, you know, they know they had a part of that too, and then like they're also inspired by her. So it was just a really big moment. I think everyone sort of felt that and soaked it in as much as she did.
Well, it wasn't just Iowa. Players that were there, they took down number 4 USC. What was that like?
That was really fun to watch. Well, first of all, that first quarter, you know, USC, they almost went the entire quarter without scoring a field goal. So just Iowa's defense really rose to the occasion. Of course, Lucy Olson, we have to talk about Lucy Olson. The game leading 28 points, she was a huge spark for them. And then Addie O'Grady coming in that fourth quarter, she also provided a big spark off the bench. So just a lot of good things just working for the Hawkeyes. And of course, you have to talk about the crowd there too. Them being loud, supporting, you know, obviously not just Caitlin, but the team as well. That just really gave them that boost they needed. So it was a really fun game to watch. And of course, as Jan Jensen put it in her press conference, it was like the perfect like storybook ending to this day. It was exactly, like you couldn't have scripted it better.
No, seriously. And I thought it was so classy that afterward, Caitlin thanked USC. They stayed and watched her jersey retirement. She thanked them. She shouted out Juju Watkins. All classy all around.
Yeah, it was really cool to be there and just witness all of it. Yeah.
Well, Jenna, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about this.